Do arcade games make you addicted? There are a number of different definitions of what an arcade game is, from putting in some coins and playing Pac-Man to the countless mobile games that are a tap away. Whatever makes an arcade game, it seems like an important part is how easy it is to dive back in for one more round. Welcome back to my journey of learning how to be a game dev. After making my first simple game with Pong, I needed another idea for my next practice project. So far, the only plan I had was to slowly build up the complexity of my prototypes. The goal is to learn more on how to one day release a game. When I was looking for ideas, I thought back to a mobile game I played all the time on my phone called Tilt to Live. It's a simple concept. You move around an enclosed arena, dodging these red circle enemies and try to collect power-ups that destroy enemies and allow you to avoid being caught just to extend your time alive and increase the high score. I ended up making it and here's my prototype. But is it any fun? I think it is. And while it doesn't have the polish that the real game does, the controls feel nice and responsive, and the enemies are simple and predictable, but can easily overwhelm if not kited or removed. And I feel like I get slightly better every time I play in an attempt to beat my high score. I think one of the areas that this prototype is lacking is in the power-ups. Right now, they're just basic and there's only one type of power-up available, and I think that's all right for a prototype. So what did I learn? Even though I use simple shapes, some thought went into what shapes and colors to use. We take a lot of these choices for granted, but shapes and colors do inform us of what to do and how to play games such as these. The enemies were red to signify danger, and I made them circles since they would follow you no matter where you were in the arena. The power-up was an orange square that, once activated, it would begin to spin and resemble a saw blade. I wanted the color to pop so that the player can clearly see that this is something that they should investigate. And finally, the player was a green arrow that turned appropriately to match the direction that the player wanted to move towards. And I think this is one of the features I'm most proud of. Not because it was difficult to implement, but because it added to the game feel in a positive way. The last piece of knowledge that I learned and wanted to share with you is about enemy variants. In the footage I've shown you of my prototype, you may have noticed that while all the enemies look the same, they don't all travel at the same speed. Upon spawning, I made it so that there's a range of speeds an enemy can have. This made the enemies feel less monotonous, and I think it's an important lesson when it comes to purposefully designing or including asymmetry in a game. Your players are going to recognize patterns, and it's important to see when that should be maintained or you need to catch them off guard. Remember, a game should be fun to play, and arcade games are great examples of that. Learning how to be a game dev isn't just learning how to code or learning how to use a game engine. It's also about creating gameplay loops and designs that are engaging and satisfying for your players. So I'm excited to continue sharing what I've been up to and learn alongside you. Thank you for hanging out, and if you haven't seen the previous video of my journey of learning how to be a game dev, then check it out. Until next time.